Good morning. Welcome to another landing session. I'm sorry, my little boy is not feeling well, so we've had a rough night. That's why I'm late, because he's not been sleeping properly, and that has kept me awake. So I literally just woke up because I was trying to catch some sleep. So I'm sorry for the late start. Let's get into it. He's awake now, so he's going to disturb a little bit. So bear with me whilst I sort him out as well. Yeah, so we've had a rough night whilst he's not sleeping. So if you hear him crying because he's not feeling well, okay, hopefully he will leave me alone for at least an hour to do this. Let's jump into it and let's be as quick as we can. So the dollar, we've moved outside the consolidation, and let's see if we did run this equal low. Yes, we did. This could be, I don't want to call the low, all right? I don't want to call the low, so we just have to keep on going short on the dollar and long on the foreign currencies, because we've just broken outside the consolidation. Okay, so we just have to keep going short with the understanding that we're gonna keep going down until we get a stop out to tell us or to indicate that price doesn't want to go down anymore. Okay, so when we go on to the foreign currencies, we are going to keep going long like we did yesterday. Okay, so we've broken down. We're still trading at that monthly level. Yeah, we are trading at that monthly level. However, it's still not giving any reasonable reason for us to, because the consolidation, I was expecting this consolidation and then a push higher after taking out this low, and that didn't happen. We've broken down. What I would just be cautious of is basically for us not to be caught on the wrong side. So we're gonna be cautious on our longs on the foreign currencies and then just go with it. So if we do see any setup, okay, a retracement to something, let's leave this one for now and jump onto them. So we've broken upside. Okay, we broke into the upside. We didn't close above this high, which is a problem. We're supposed to look for a close above it for us to look for continuation, or this could be a like a stop run, and for price to just come back inside, right? So we have to be careful on this one particular. You can see prices hanging around that high. We did reject and come back in quickly, and price has resumed its up movement. So we should be careful going long or short where we are now. At least if we do get a market structure break on the 4-hour, that would be good for us to look for shorts. Okay, so if we do get a break below this low, then we can go short. But if you do trade above this down candle, okay, as usual, if you do trade above this down candle, we can use this down candle as a accumulation again for a possible long. But with the longs, you have to be careful. Just go for this measured move on the upside, and that should be it. Okay, so on the upside, just go long, and if we trade above this, expect price to go and give you just that one. Okay, so 1-to-1 trade right there. So 1-to-1 trade. So if you do trade above this, close above there, then look for the long to take price up here. Okay, and that will be it, with the understanding that we are still bearish on the dollar. This one has come all the way up and rejected and come all the way up. Looking at the daily, right, we did take out this low. Okay, we ran the high and break this low, so price returned back and then broke down again. So what I think is happening now, price is trying to return back to this last up candle. So if we measure between this high and that low, we are almost at the 75. So maybe we keep because the short that we had, I think it's gonna stop us out with that one. We did manage to get a squeeze out of this, and we kept the short the remaining portion that we had, but I think where we are right now, it might stop us out. So if it does, I think I'll personally look for a long to maybe here, because the way it's pushing up. And again, I'll show you why with Aussie New Zealand, because Aussie New Zealand stopped us out and is pushing down. So there is strength in the New Zealand. That's why we're seeing a push up on New Zealand, right? So it will be, if we do close like we are now, okay, if we close as we are, can use this last down candle as a like reaccumulation, and then we look for long to at least come here to this last down candle, and then hold on to some to see if we will get to the last up candle there. Okay, so if we do manage to close above that down candle, which we've got almost an hour to go, okay, if we do, then I'll do this with my first target here just before that one, yeah, with the first target there, and then leave some on to see if you're going to get up here. Okay, with euro, we did run that high and price has now paused. We managed to close above this high, so the bullishness is still on. We cannot do anything but expect bullish prices. So with that, we will see any retracement back down in this range will cause price to continue going up. So if we go on to the 4-hour, it looks like we're having a rejection. Let's have a look at what the dollar is doing first. Today is Tuesday. We could potentially see this thing retrace. Okay, but looking at what the euro is doing right now is a bit tricky, where it's rejecting above this high, so it could be a potential retracement. Okay, it could be a potential retracement for a continuation to the upside. So our daily will bring us between this high and that low. Okay, 50%, below 50% is what we are looking for a buy. So if you do manage to cut a short, which I don't see anything yet, because you've not broken down any swing low. The last swing low prior to the running above this high is this one here. So there is no swing low for me to say, okay, we've broken this and then price is gonna come down. So if we do break this low, then I'll say, okay, we've broken a low and therefore price can come to that 50% level. Until then, we cannot determine that. This is a nice level in here. This low failed to make a high, so it could be a trap that they will come back down here, hit this, and then a continuation to the upside. So I would say go long until you get stopped out. So if you do get a retracement here, okay, we will look for a continuation to the upside to the 1-2 level. Yeah, we look for a long to the 1-2 level. We look for a long to the 1-2 level here, and then if it stops you out, then you know that we've broken down. Then you can wait for retracement, and then we look for shorts to come to that 50%. Okay. Pound dollar, same thing. Let's remove all this as me doing studies overnight. Actually, let's remove all that. Okay, so we did get the run above the equal high. So for those of you that caught the long, well done. Okay, we did catch a long from here to run that equal high. Have we broken down on this? I would say no, not yet. Okay, this low is not that significant. Because of the bullishness in this, we have to look for at least a 4-hour swing low for us to consider short. So this could just retrace and then continue going up. So the last swing high that was broken could be like a resistance, support broken 10 resistance, or resistance broken 10 support, one of them. Okay, so that level could be meaningful. Okay, so if we do get down here and we see some form of a rejection, it could be a potential trade for a continuation to the upside. Okay, so I'll leave this one here, and if we do retrace down there, it could be another potential, because it's a daily swing high. There were some people willing to sell up here, and there were some people willing to buy up there. Price just went through it, so maybe it might come back down there and offer that buy. Okay, so have this level here. If you're long, make sure you've closed most of your position off, and then wait for price to come here and see how it reacts up in here. And once we get here, we will see what we can do with it. Okay, Euro pound. So I was looking for a long in here, right? That's why I've got this line there. I was looking for a long in there. I wanted to see how price will react, and yesterday gave me some form of a rejection. We got there, and then you can see price spent price has spent the last almost 12 hours going back and forth. You know what back and forth means? That's a consolidation. Therefore something is cooking. Yeah, it's a consolidation, therefore something is cooking. Which direction is it cooking to? I personally, I would say to the upside, because if you look on the 4-hour, yeah, if you've done the market structure lesson, okay, you understand that this was our structure high, and then we broke above it, okay, with this swing low. So our next structure high is this one, and our structure low is that one, right? So we've returned back down to inside this huge down candle there. Okay, so what we expect price to do is to return back down to the down candle and make an attempt to ride and close above this high. Okay, so how will I play it? I was expecting this down candle to provide support for a continuation to the upside. That didn't happen, so I will say long from where we are, with a stop just below this down candle here. Okay, and then our upside objective is still there, right? We still have this high, that equal high up there, so the upside objective is still there. If we do take out this low, then I will just be patient and wait and see what price will do. So I don't expect price to trade below this low, but in case it does, then obviously you don't want to wait till it comes here and stop you out. So if it does take this low out, then you close the trade manually. Don't wait for it to come here to stop you out. Putting it here is just a protection, okay, because it can come down here and then reject and come up. But if you do come down here and close below it, that's it. You close the trade and you sit on your hands and wait for what price is going to do next. Okay, so I'll place my protective stop here for now, and then I'll go long, and I'll target. If I drop down, I'll take something off here. I'll take something off here, and then I'll take something off above this high, and then I'll leave the rest. Something here, something there, and then I'll leave the rest to see if you're gonna get to those two targets that we initially planned for. All right, so let's see if we're gonna get joy with this one. All right, let me take a picture of this. Let me place TP1. That'll be TP1. TP2. TP3, and then you leave some on to see how far this thing is gonna go, right? So let's take a picture. And let's post that one. All right, cool. Also in New Zealand, we got stopped out on this one, and like I said, when it stopped us out, okay, it doesn't mean that the daily is going bearish. It's just I think it's just going in for maybe in a retracement. What I want to see on this one is how we trade inside here, okay, because this area, I've not thought about it, but this area could support price and then turn price around, and this could be a reaccumulation candle. Okay, this could be a reaccumulation candle. Today is Wednesday. They've managed to come back down and take out Monday's low, typical of a weekly profile where price will put in a high on Monday, take out the high made on Monday, on Tuesday, reject, come back down, take out Tuesday's Monday's low, and then form low of the week for a continuation to the upside. So I want to see how price will trade in here today. Do we manage to close below it? Because if we do, then I have to go all the way back down, find my swing low, okay, and then we could start looking for a potential retracement, okay, at least to the 618 level, right? This one is a tricky one. I don't see us going for that 50% with this in here, okay, because this is an area they can do some business in there for a continuation to the upside. Okay, so I want to see how we trade in here on the 4-hour. If we do come back and trade above this up candle, okay, I could potentially start looking for a long again. Why? Because the daily is still bullish. This down candle could be something like this. Yeah, it's not a trade back down for a continuation to the downside or a retracement. It's just to dip inside this area, okay, and then reject and continue going up. So once you trade above the down candle, we can measure it and look for upside objectives. Okay, this is what could be in here. Okay, so I'll wait to see how we trade in there, and then I will find reasons why I should go long. Okay, so for now, just be on the sideline and watch it. Euro yen, I think we are already long, so there's nothing to do with this one. Just keep your targets. I think pound yen, we've reached the I think the first target. Let me check again. I don't think I did one for this. Let me double check in here. Yeah, we are looking for 139,743. 139,743. Yeah, there, that was the first target. So we have reached the first target on pound yen. So our next target will be above this high. Okay, so for those of you that are long, make sure you've taken your first target off the table, and then look for another run above this high, because the daily is bullish, so we're gonna continue only look for upside objectives. Okay, it looks like we are just about to trade above these two down candles, so we can do a measurement. We can do a measurement and at least look for the 1.6. Sorry, let's look for 127 for now. Okay, and then we target 168. We target 168 and the 2%. Okay, so these are the upside objectives for now, but take something off once we do run this high. Okay, that's a daily swing high. You definitely want to be taking something up there. Alright, so if we drop down to the hourly, so that's our next upside objective, and then you look for that one, take something off here, okay, and then if we do get here, probably price might go into some form of a retracement, because we might be looking at something like this. Okay, and run above this side, price comes back inside. So run above this side, price might come back inside, or it could just continue to scream to the upside. Okay, can do anything that you want, but be mindful. Just take something off when we trade above this high, and then the rest you keep it on to see if you're gonna reach these upside objectives. Okay, so that's what these lines are there for. Let me see if I can let price show and okay, I think I cannot click all of them at once, so I'm going to use the horizontal line. That will put the price level there for you. Okay, so these are the upside objectives. Okay, so we have this upside objective. So once you trade above 140, you can 140.20, you can take most of your profit off, and then let the rest run to see how far this thing is gonna go. So let's take a picture of this and so GBP, JPY, first target hit, take some profits. Upside objectives at 1. Bear with me as I do write these levels down. Okay. Okay, I've posted all those stuff, so let's see. Carry on. Aussie yen, we are still stuck in that range. remember what I said. So you just have to be patient with it, because this thing is not going anywhere at the moment. New Zealand yen, however, I did mention that we've reached our target, right? So if we do trade above this down candle, close above it, then we will see price go into some form of a retracement. Okay, so we've just managed to close above it. So what we can do is measure this down movement. Okay, we are almost at the 168, so there's no need to chase this right now. If it does come back down for retracement, because we've just changed direction, let's get rid of this. Okay, because we've just changed direction on the 4 hour, by closing above this. Okay, this is our new range low and whatever range high. So if it does come down for retracement, okay, you can look for longs. Let's see where potentially we can look for a long. Okay, so if we measure this low to that high, wherever the high will form, the retracement back to at least below 50%. Okay, wherever the high form, I'll say maybe in here, because that's the 168 level. So if we do form the high in there, then look for a retracement back down at least below 50%, and then you look for a continuation to the upside. Okay, so those of you that are still short, you should supposed to close everything by now. Yeah, because we did hit that target that I was looking for. So if it does come back down, if it forms a high here, comes back down for retracement, then you look for a long for a continuation. For now, just be patient. We've just closed above this high. Okay, so wait for price to come in a retracement, then you look for a long for a continuation to the upside. Euro New Zealand, like I did mention, this low, this low was too shallow for me. I liked price to go into some form of a deeper retracement. If you look on the daily, okay, it looks like we're forming a daily swing high and our daily swing lows here. If we do measure again swing high to swing low, we can see that 50% is right here. 50% is right here. So I think price is gonna retrace a little bit deeper with the strength on New Zealand right now. This thing can retrace a bit deeper, okay, because this is New Zealand, so this thing can retrace a little bit deeper. So if we do get below the 50%, which is exactly where that last down candle is, I'll start looking for some rejection in here. I like this down candle, so I'll like looking for rejection in here with a bit of caution, because New Zealand is gaining some strength on the daily. So I'll be monitoring this one to see how we trade here. Okay, if we do get that, what I'm looking for, price to reject, trade above this, then in here I'll definitely be buying it. Okay, but if I don't get the rejection and trade above this and this blows through this, then there will be more strength coming in the New Zealand. Therefore, this thing can just come down further for at least a this psychological area. Okay, so I'll be monitoring this, and then I'll be watching this for a possible trade idea. Okay, similarly on pound New Zealand, same thing. I will be looking for a long down here. On the daily, we can see that's our swing high forming, and our swing low is down here, but if I do measure it, you will see that 50% is roughly where I have my where I have my line. Not far from it. Yeah, still that same down candle there. So that'll be the 50% level. Okay, so if we do get down there, I'll be interested in a long, personally. Okay, for a continuation to the upside. And then if this thing stops you out, then we know that we might get a bigger retracement, looking at what the Aussie New Zealand is doing. Euro Aussie, I did mention sideways. I don't want to be buying in here. This is why I don't want to be doing anything on this at the moment until we run down here. Okay, because this thing can do stop you out and go your way. Okay, so I don't want to be doing anything in this consolidation. All right, until we trade down here, I have no business on this pair. Okay, so wait for price to get at least down here, and then look for some form of a rejection, then we can be a buyer. Okay, pound Aussie, same thing. It's just doing up down up down up down. I think price came to this last up candle and it's falling back down. Yeah, do I want to go short? No, because we are still in consolidation, right? And consolidation is a bit tricky. You don't know what it's going to do. It's just taking out highs and lows, right? We took out this high, took out this low, took out this low, and once it does that, it comes back inside. So this is not an area I want to be doing anything. You can sell short and look for price to come all the way back down here to take out this low, and that would be fine. But I personally, I will stay out and wait for clear price direction. Until I get that, then I'm not doing anything. So there has to be some element of patience in this. And remember yesterday's lesson we did, we expanded and now we are in a consolidation. So consolidation, you want to be sitting on your hands and watching. Where should they expand next? Personally, I think we should look for a continuation because the daily is bullish. So we should look for a continuation to the upside. So if we are consolidating, I would like to see manipulation to the downside. Okay, manipulate to the downside, reject, and then a continuation to the upside. Okay, so let's see if we can get a manipulation to the downside, rejection, and then a move to the upside. That's what I will personally fancy. Okay, if you want to go short up here, like I said, you can place your stop above here, but I personally wouldn't do that. Okay, but it's entirely up to you because we are in a range, so it's just gonna keep hitting these levels and then coming back down and then running a stop and then going back up. All right, New Zealand Swiss, yesterday I said wait for a close above this high and then we should see some form of a retracement. I didn't give any levels on this, but I explained exactly what to look for. Okay, it's either you buy at the break of this or wait for a retracement. In this case, it never retraced, so I don't think, if you did catch it, well done, hold on to it, because I think we are going in some form of a retracement. So we have our swing high in here and our swing low all the way down there. So 50% is very possible, and then you can hold on to some to see if you're gonna get to the 618. Okay, so if you did catch the long, well done. Look for this targets on the upside, and we also traded above this down candle there, so you can also do the measurements, and you can see we've gone past the 168. So the 2% is almost at where the 50% is. Okay, so that's a possible target. So if you did catch the long, well done. Hold on to it and see how far this thing wants to go. Right. Aussie CAD, same thing. If you did catch the long, well done, and we should see the next upside objective there, and then we see how price will react in here. Okay. New Zealand CAD, same thing. It did come inside a little bit. I was expecting it a bit deeper. It didn't come deeper, so again, if you did catch this long, well done. If you go into the 4-hour, okay, because this is a stop run, the chances of it coming back down for a retracement might be possible. It might be a quick one. Okay, it might be possible. So between this high, between this low, and wherever the high forms, okay, if you see a sudden quick move back down, be interested in it, because price will reject and go back up again. All right, so still have that 50% level in there marked out. Still have it marked out for anything can happen, and we can get a big retracement out of nowhere. Okay, so a big retracement out of nowhere, price comes back down here, have a pending buy with a stop here in case it does. Okay, and if it doesn't and it keeps going up, and if you're long, then hold on to your long. How far is price willing to go? We do have this range high to low, so I'll look for at least 50% of that. Right, I'll have 50% of that range. Yeah, I'll have 50% of that range, and then once we get up here, I'll see what price might do. Maybe we can get all the way up to that last up candle. You never know. Okay, so you keep hold on to some of that trade and see if we're gonna get up here. But 50% is where most of your trades will come off. Right, we're a bit far away, so that's, if you didn't catch the long, you can still join. Got about 50 pips to go. Okay, it's just that your stop loss is going to be big, because your stop loss has to come below here, or you can place it below this down candle, and if it stops you out, then obviously you have to wait for a bigger pullback into at least that 50% level, and then you can buy for a continuation to the upside. Okay, or this down candle could be enough. This down candle could be enough, depending on how far the high will form. Okay, because if this is within 50%, okay, so let's say price goes up a little bit more, and then we measure this high to that low, and it's within 50%. At the moment, it's not. Okay, it's not within 50%. If it comes up like this, and then yes, I'll consider this place as a long. If we get hits here and we've still not met the objective, and then price screams all the way back down here, there, I'll consider a long here with my stop below here, and I'll just sit through if it does decide to go through a little bit more. Okay, so that will be it on this one. Dollar CAD, I think if we drop down to the daily, we did catch yesterday, so if we drop down to the 15 minutes, look at this one. When I said wait for a close above this, price didn't close above it, and then it just screamed up and it hit those two levels. If I measure this high to that low, Okay, we did hit that 50% level there, and I think the 166 optimal trade entry there as well. Okay, but we didn't get, I don't think you could have got an entry on this one because it's just run the stop and then the next one just run straight up to the TPs. So if you did manage to catch this trade, then well done. If not, then obviously no problem. On the 4-hour, we've broken down again. Okay, so on daily we are still pushing lower. I am just cautious where we are trading currently. Okay, I'm just cautious where we are trading currently because this area is where price moved away quickly. Yeah, price moved away quickly from here, so I don't want to be messing around in here. I'm going there looking for shorts. Okay, I don't want to be messing around looking for shorts, but you can. It doesn't mean you can't. You can. You just need to be nimble. Once you get an entry, make sure you do take most of your profits off as it's giving it to you in this area, because anything can happen in the area that we are trading in. Okay, for a trade idea, I personally will measure this to that one as a manipulation to the upside, and I'll target the 168 for now. Okay, and then I leave a piece on to see if we can get to the 2, because this candle is a manipulation candle. This candle is a manipulation. You can clearly see why it's a manipulation, because they took it quickly to the upside and then ran this high and rejected, and now we are trading below it. So these 2 levels could be a potential target on the downside. Where will you place your stop? I'll place my stop maybe above this high. So I'll place my stop above this high. Okay, and then I'll target these 2 levels. Not the best trade out there, but that's what I will do. Okay, if I want to take a trade on this, that's what I would do. Yeah, but I'm not taking any trade on this. And then finally, Cardian. Cardian did hit that 50% finally. Took some time, but it did get there, right? And we've seen a rejection of that 50% level. We could potentially continue going up. Let's remove this for now. Yeah, we could potentially reject and scream to the upside. Yeah, let's see how we trade. If we do trade above this down candle, then I think we might be seeing a continuation to the upside, so we switch from selling to buying. So let's see if today we're gonna close above this down candle. If we do, then I think we are forming a that did run previous day's low just a little bit, and then we will see a continuation to the upside on this. Okay, so today will be probably a day to wait and see how price will trade. If we do close above this, then we will be resuming the daily uptrend. Okay, so if we do get close above this, we look for a long to come and target this high. All right, so let's wait and see how today, or how we trade above this this swing high. If we close above it, then we are resuming the daily up movement. Okay, I think that will be it. Let's quickly check. By the way, please send me your pair recommendation. As you can see, I'm trimming down the pairs to make sure we've got the quality pairs and not any other pair. Okay, the reason why I want to narrow your focus to a few pairs so that you don't go shooting around on every pair. Okay, initially I did have all of them, but I thought about it and I'm thinking We don't need all of them. We need a few. So these are the few. I think I'll trim it down depending on how they behave. Because if we do see a pair that is going sideways, like Aussie Yen is doing, then I'll just take it off. Yeah, because we don't want to be trading when the pair is not pushing higher or pushing lower. It was just gonna create one, confusion, and two, you're gonna take unnecessary loss on them. Okay, so that's why I've trimmed down the pairs that are not doing anything. You can see Aussie Swiss is gone. You can send me any pair that you want me to have a look at. You can send me any pair you want me to look at, and then I'll check it for you. And then again, I will have a mini lesson as well, and we're gonna go through what we started yesterday, and also go through just a little bit the weekly profile, because I see one of them playing out, and we can go through it as well. So if you want me to look at any pair, please send it to me, and then I will do my best to look at it for you. So we do have a swing high. Sorry. So let's see. XAU USD. There we go. Right, price hit that level. What should we see? We should see a continuation to the downside, right? Because price has rebalanced all this down movement. So if we get back to what I did place, that short up there with a stop above this high, and then I'll target down here. Yeah, and that is what we are seeing. So if we do get this to continue pushing lower, okay, that's your first target there. Your second target should be below this low. Okay, and then you leave the piece on to see if you're gonna take out that low. And once you take this low out, then obviously that should be your next target. This is gonna take a bit of time, but you just have to trade what you see. So if it's gonna take 4 weeks to get down here, then you just go short till we get there. All right. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. And boom. Yeah, just like we said, we've hit that 127 on the higher time frame. So price is gonna do what? Price is gonna come back down. Where should it retrace to? Like I did mention, because we've come back, let's go on to the monthly, I think. Okay, so we've hit the 127 of this manipulation. So what we want to see is a retracement back down to at least the 1, which is here. So retracement back to this 1. And then retracement back to this 1, and then the 50% of this range. That's if we manage to close inside this range. Okay, if we close inside this range, then we will be coming down here. It's not pleasant for crypto people, but it is what it is. Okay, so we will be coming down here as our first target. Yeah, we'll be coming down for this low as our first target, and then if we do close inside it, then we'll be looking for a continuation to the downside back to this level here. So if you're long on crypto, be mindful. Okay, we are forming a swing high. This could go into some form of a retracement. Okay, I think that would be it. Let's have a look at oil and then we finish up here. WTI. Okay, crude oil is still being crude oil. We still have our upside objective there. We still bullish. The last manipulation or stop run was here. We came down for retracement and we continue going up. So it's a buy on this one till we get up here, right? And I think that will be it. So let's jump on to consolidation, expansion. Let's use for today, let's use dollar CAD as a pair for examples. Okay, so we do have we have consolidation, and then we have expansion, we have retracement, we have another expansion, and then price goes into consolidation again. We have another consolidation again, and then price goes to expansion, and then after the expansion price went into a consolidation, and then price rejected, and then went up. By trading below this low, we had expansion, a little bit of a retracement, and then went to consolidation, expansion, right? And then we have another expansion, and then once we had this huge expansion, price retraced a little bit. For right, price came down a little bit and went into some prolonged we went into a prolonged sideways market consolidation, and then after the consolidation we had what, expansion, and after expansion price went to a little bit of retracement, and then we had another consolidation, and then we had an expansion, and since then we've been dropping gradually, and this drop has not been as sorry, I had to do something on my son because he's just being a dad, right? Sorry. Okay, so we had price now going into some form of a prolonged expansion, but this expansion has not been like this one. Okay, it's been very slow, and that's what I mean, and that's why I'm being careful on here. Why? Because there might be chances that price can just snap up. Okay, because if I want to see, this is a consolidation. If I want to see expansion, this is not the kind of expansion I want to see. I want to see this. Okay, if it's expanding, I want to see this. I don't want to see down, up, down, up, down, up. This is a form of accumulation. Okay, it's a form of a sideways market, but gradually grinding down. It's picking up orders. That's what is going on. It's picking up orders, and anytime this thing can snap up. All right. I think there was an example on this thing some time ago. It was just gradually. Here we go. Here. Okay. It was gradually coming down, and then one day, boom, it cleaned out all this. Right. It cleaned out all of that. And that's why I'm being cautious when I see this kind of move gradually grinding down into a higher time frame level. I am very cautious, okay, because it's happened to me before where price was meant to expand down, but it went down in a piece by piece, retrace down. This is another form of sideways market. It's just like this, picking up orders, but they are killing accounts. Like they are doing here, they're doing same thing here, because what's happening here is people are trying to buy it, and then when they buy, give them joy and then kill them, give them joy and then kill them. Okay, that's picking up the other side of their trade. So pushing it up, people will buy it and then they will sell it to them, and then it will close them out. People will buy it, sell it to them. What they're gonna do here, place their stop loss, it will hit them, and then they will pick up all the buys. And then as soon as they've got all the buys that they need, then this thing happen. Right? So that's why I'm cautious on this, because that's something similar I'm seeing in here. Okay? So this thing can snap up and go against you. So be mindful. So that's example of the consolidation, expansion, retracement, and reversal. So reversals usually comes in at high time frame levels. So when you're looking for a reversal, it has to be if you're on the daily, looking for daily direction, reversal will come in at maybe a weekly level or a monthly level. So if you've not traded to a monthly or weekly level, then you don't have a reversal yet, or above a daily high. So if, let's say, price is going up, okay, if price is going up, you just have to keep buying until it reverses against you. The reversal will come in the form of a rate above a high, or this could be a weekly time frame level. Okay, so if it's a weekly time frame level, then that can cause price to reverse. If it's not a weekly time frame level, then it will continue going up. Okay, and that should be it for our consolidation episode. The next one is the weekly profile, and this is the one I told you to go and study. You can see how they made Tuesday the low of the week, as I was saying since yesterday. The fact that they've run this low, they've run previous week low here, and run this low and rejected and traded above this. This is an indication that this low is going to be the low of the week, and we could push up, and then probably, because we are bearish on the whole time frame, we could go up till Thursday, tomorrow, and then Thursday will cap the high of the week, and then price will just scream back all the way down and take out this low. Okay, that's typical, like this, right? Okay, it could do that. That price will go up till Thursday, and then Thursday we have a reversal. Friday price will scream all the way back down again. It is possible. Okay, Another one we had was Euro New Zealand. I did mention again the fact that we've traded above previous week high. We rated it on Monday, and then price reject. So this could be the high of the week, and then price will come all the way back down, and then if it's going to continue going up, it's going to reverse, and then with the reversal we're gonna scream all the way back up. Maybe on a Thursday, not today, on a Thursday, price will reverse and then scream all the way back up and continue to take out this high. Okay, that's the weekly profile. If you spend time studying this, you're gonna see a lot of things on the chart. Right? Just spend time to study the weekly profile. So let's check if anyone has any question. If not, then I'll see you guys in the afternoon during our YouTube session. Okay, so if you don't have any question, we will have a YouTube this afternoon, so I'll see you during the afternoon. Okay, be mindful and be careful with your trades. Always have your stop loss in place, and then let the trade do its job. Okay, so I'll speak to you guys in the afternoon. Take care, and thank you for being patient with me and my little boy. Take care.